I can't keep stressing this. You are not buying a digital bottle of whiskey. It's not a picture of a bottle of whiskey. It's an actual bottle. We store it in Singapore. When we ship it, it's yours. Go look at my Rolex whiskey feed. You'll see on the bottom, we will ship it to you. It's a receipt. Get that and understand. Now, if you can't understand the pricing, I totally understand how nobody has probably paid $3,000 before for an Ardbeg bottle. I totally understand that. But that's 2022. In 2030, what do you think they're going to be saying? I can't believe I didn't buy that one for $3,000 because they're $10,000 now, or $20,000. I told you guys about Macallan edition #1, $89, $2,500 now. You know, a lot of people were saying on the Ardbeg drop, we don't know enough about the whiskey. Do you know enough about some of the other stuff that you bought? You're talking about a first-time event. I'm passionate about what whiskey does in a barrel. Well, that requires sunlight and temperature. Imagine what happens in the ground with no oxygen. I don't know, but I'll redeem one of them and we're going to pop it open and see what it tastes like, because I am curious. Maybe the ground gets hot and cold and does the same thing. I have no idea. I'm willing to try it. It's the first. I remember Shaquille O'Neal's Reebok shoes. Nobody wanted to play in those for basketball, and then everybody played in them. And then Nike came in and took over the whole game. Different story. Think of it as a time machine. And if you can't do it and you can't afford to, then don't do it. Don't go loan money to do this. This is all risky. We all know that. None of us are financial advisors. I just look at the history of first-time events. I look at the history of cryptocurrency, and I go, what an opportunity BlockBar is creating with luxury spirits. That's it.
It's a whole new market as well, right? Because you could never buy a bottle from another collector that quickly. That came directly from the brand. Your point about buying when there's blood in the streets, right? It's very important. And then it's also just, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. So it is for people that are here for 10, 20 years plus. If you're here for 3 days and what's the utility and you think it's a digital bottle, yeah, don't come. It's
don't
really
come
about,
yet.
Yeah, don't come yet.
You know, it took me a minute to jump to Netflix, and there were still blockbusters open. I didn't have to go to the store, pick it out, and fight with people for the last edition of whatever movie I wanted to watch on Saturday. I just clicked pay. Convenient. This is clicking pay directly from the distillery. I didn't jump on a plane and go to Ardbeg and walk in and say, hey guys, what you got? I didn't go to an auction house and pay insane fees. I'm dealing with a bottle right now from auction that I can't even get into the country. And I paid all kinds of insurance on this thing. Ask us questions. The more you ask questions, the more you learn. If you just shut it down with like, oh, it's a scam. Oh, it's this. You're not going to learn. Make your own decision. 100% make your own decisions. Make your own decisions with research. Not just like my grandmother told me it's a scam. I mean, my parents are in their 70s, and I don't think it took them till like 5 years ago before they put their credit card online. Because everyone said, oh, they'll steal it. And then I'm like, they have all the information anyway. What do you care? Oh, I can call the bank and reverse the charge? Oh, okay. Karma, this is a good one.
Yeah.
A gentleman asked me, what happens 5 years from now if BlockBar is not around and you go to redeem your bottle? Like, so you're not going to buy something because in 5 years from now you're worried about that? I understand your concern. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm willing to take the chance that it's all going to work out okay. Me personally, what's your theory on that? What do we know? Unfortunately, what would happen in that situation?
I think the beautiful thing is that BlockBar is a unique scenario where the founders come from the duty-free Americas. So there's already an existing infrastructure that even allows us to do this in the first place.
And it's multi-generational. It wasn't like just them, their parents.
And years, right? You hear the Lindy effect, right? Things that stand the test of time. So businesses that have been around for 10, 20 years, multiple generations, 100% have a better success rate. And then on the flip side, everything's on Ethereum, which means the provenance, the ownership is recorded in public forever, right? I think that makes it a unique case in itself, right? Because if it was just an e-commerce company, nothing would be transparent. Everything would be on their spreadsheet that goes away. This is on Ethereum. There's accountability, there's transparency across the whole thing, from the actual distilleries to the public ledger, to BlockBar, to the consumer. So if anything, there's more accountability on our part. to execute than a private corporation would who just has everything on an AWS Amazon server, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what Ethereum is. Do you want to have everything in Amazon's web servers? Like Netflix is hosted on Amazon, right? The CIA hosts on Amazon. That's too much power in the hands of one company. If it's distributed, at least who owns things? That's what we believe. Nothing wrong with having your website hosted on there. Everyone should be able to see who owns what. And that transparency actually creates better markets, more efficient markets, more wealth for everyone.
And just, we touched on that our founders are like a family of duty-free. So can you imagine the relationship? It's not just like we're randomly calling up luxury spirit. These are decade-long relationships that when they call, they answer because they know that they have the ability to move large amounts of liquid through their brick and mortar store. BlockBar is the unique product. It's not that you would normally, the uniqueness of duty-free, but remember during COVID, duty-free got shafted. No one was traveling. What happened then? This, to me, is another outlet to get direct bottles from the distillery, as I would have if I walked into JFK and if I was traveling to London and I would walk into duty-free and be like, oh man, that Dalmore Constellation, I want to buy it for $8,800. Hey, we got it up here now. We have this limited cask, just another means and opportunity to go shopping.
The future is investing in things you love, so the fact that you get to invest in things you love, you saw it with the GameStop and the whole meme stock thing, right? People are investing in these memes that actually have just meme value. And here is an asset class that people love, enjoy, is also a liquid you can enjoy and drink that you can now access in a way simpler way and in a way you can never do before. So I think that is a really important piece of this whole entire puzzle as well.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video down below. We'll be covering all things Web3 and NFTs, as well as fine wine and luxury spirit NFTs. And feel free to leave a comment down below to let us know what you'd like to see next. If you're interested in exclusive spirits and wine NFTs, then head on over to our marketplace at blockbar.com. See you next time.